I left the house.
Weren't you terrified to leave the house?
I was always terrified to leave the house. But I believed Mindy to be pregnant throughout this, and you know, I don't know. It was my job.
Well, let's talk about that. Why did you believe Mindy to be pregnant?
Mindy told me that she was pregnant.
When did she tell you she was pregnant?
We were still at Frank and Megan's when she said she had taken a pregnancy test and that it was positive.
Did you see the test?
I don't know if I saw that test. I'd seen a test before, but I may have, I may not have. I just don't remember.
Had she ever previously been pregnant?
She had, roughly a year before, July of 2021. We had lost a baby.
Did the two of you, well, let's start with you. What people outside this immediate family unit of four folks were you in communication with?
At this point, Cameron Nelson, Angela Wynn. Sometimes we would talk to. We had some other friends that we didn't talk to as much. You know, a couple of friends of mine from law school I would contact once in a while. Mindy's friends Angela and DJ, her friend Elizabeth. But I would say, you know, most of our real communications, I'll say, talking to people were with those people.
Tell me about your relationship with Cameron Nelson.
Cameron has always been both a friend and a mentor. Cameron as an attorney, as an officer, as a human being, is somebody I've always wanted to emulate. I frankly think the world of her.
What about your relationship with Angela Wynn?
Angela and I were always friendly. I liked Angela a lot. We didn't know each other as well. By the time I met Mindy, Angela had moved to Tennessee, so I saw her on various visits, our wedding, and then I would talk to her sometimes online. But so we didn't get a chance to know each other quite as well. But I've always thought very highly of Angela.
How did you communicate with Cameron?
Through Signal.
Why Signal?
Because we were told that our communications, especially our communications with friends and family, should be through Signal.
Are you aware of any communication that Mindy had with people outside the home?
No, that's not something we would talk about generally. I mean, I knew that Mindy talked to people. I could hear her on the phone. Sometimes she would mention talking to somebody by name, but I mean, the scope of these conversations was not something that we ever discussed.
Did the two of you ever socialize with people from outside the home while you were living at 65th Street?
Never.
Why not?
Because we were scared to. I mean, frankly, the only people I thought knew precisely where we were at this time were Frank and Betsy, who literally lived with us, and Jim.
Okay. Let's begin to approach the time of Mindy's murder.
Yes, sir.
You purchased a shovel at Home Depot at the beginning of November, I believe November 4th. Why?
I was trying to do some work in the crawl space of the house just to prevent future issues with the mosquitoes that we had been plagued with when we moved in, and that I was trying to find a permanent solution to before we left.
Please tell the jury about the mosquito issue.
Yeah, when we moved in, there were mosquitoes in the house. At the time, we didn't think anything of it. It's Georgia in the summer. You're going to have mosquitoes. In August, Frank and Betsy had gone away for 2 or 3 weeks. They went up to Illinois or Wisconsin to see Matthew play baseball in a summer league he was in. And things got exponentially worse with the mosquitoes while they were gone. I had bought one of those little lamps that attract them and put it in the bathroom where we seemed to be having more. And I opened the bathroom one night and there were thousands of mosquitoes in the bathroom. It really does attract them, but they were coming up. At that time, we realized that the vanity in the bathroom had, when it was installed, they had cut a large hole in the wall that was open to the crawl space under the house and had not patched it up. So they were coming up literally under the vanity.
And did you attempt to correct that?
I did. I did multiple things in the house to correct it.
How did you attempt to correct it?
Temporarily, I tried to temporarily I did just duct tape it over. Then we went about trying to seal it in different ways with foam, with spackle, at one point with wood, but that didn't work out at all. We were also concerned at various points that the mosquitoes were getting into the HVAC system, because we would sometimes see them popping out of the little vents up in the ceiling. So I went, one morning I bought a step ladder, and I went around the entire house and I fit window screens with tape over the interior, all of those, so that if they were getting in somewhere, they would not be able to get out into any of the rooms in the house.
Tell me about the time around Thanksgiving. What was going on in your house then?
Mindy was not doing well. Her pregnancy was, what I believe to be her pregnancy was very difficult. She had a lot of health issues. I was helping her take her blood pressure every night. I was helping her get in and out of bed. I thought that she was really physically struggling, and I was trying to help her and trying to ensure that she was okay, that she and the baby were okay.
Okay. Did you travel out of town over Thanksgiving?
No.
Did anyone in the house travel out of town over Thanksgiving?
Betsy and Frank traveled out of town.
Do you know where they went?
I believe they went to Hilton Head, South Carolina.
Do you recall when they left?
They left the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. The day before Thanksgiving, that would be.
And when did they return?
They returned the Sunday after Thanksgiving. So 3 days after Thanksgiving.
Do you recall the date?
I do. I could figure it out.
We'll come back to it.
Okay.
What were you doing and Mindy? What were you and Mindy doing while your in-laws were in Hilton Head?
Really nothing. I mean, I made some food for Thanksgiving. Mindy, had a very hard time standing upright for any length of time. So we might have watched some TV. Sometimes we would do that if we had the house to ourselves, because the TV was out in the room. Y'all have seen some pictures of it. It's got 2 chairs and the futon. That was generally the room that Frank the Third and Betsy sat in and watched TV. I worked in the other living room that didn't have a TV. It had the couch. So, but if they weren't home, then we would sometimes sit in there and watch something if she was feeling up to it.
And during that Thanksgiving weekend, were you ever away from your home?
I was.
Where did you go?
I went to look at some apartments. We were trying to leave the area, and we were trying to find a place for Frank and Betsy to live when we left the area, because we wanted to make sure that they were taken care of. We didn't want to leave them in the lurch as we thought that they had been left in the lurch before. Where
did you go to look for homes?
I believe I looked at a home in Savannah, and I believe I looked at a home in Hilton Head. But during this time frame, I looked at multiple homes for them, both online and in person. So I'm not exactly sure if that's where I went.
Okay. Did you ever hear from Mindy while you were away from home Thanksgiving weekend?
Yes, I did.
What did you hear?
I got a message from her that she was leaving the home, that she was concerned, and she was going to get medical attention.
Did you rush home to assist her in getting medical attention?
I did not. I asked her if she thought I should come back, and she said that she didn't need, that she was going to be picked up and that she was all right.
Did she tell you where she was going to get medical attention?
We had discussed it in prior days, that she was going to be taken to a birthing center, that a doctor or the man I believe to be a doctor who had been seeing her in the home worked at or was affiliated with in some way. Mr. McIntyre was comfortable with that, because we were very scared again about the medical issues, with insurance, with payments, with our location being found.